So today, doing a little video on London is on fire, and apparently it's been scorching in London and it's the hottest it's ever been, but actually this is kind of quite normal for a summer. It's just another summer in London.
So I've come out today as an example to show you that you should always find out things for yourself instead of taking what the media tell you as the gospel truth. I mean, I don't feel like it's 40 degrees today. With all the talk about like climate lockdowns and other lockdowns that could happen in the future, if anything happens again, Camden is not going to be here. And not in the same way anyway, that's for sure.
It's a bit warm, but I work in the Middle East, so I'm quite used to it.
Good. So do you think this is any different than other summers, or is this...
I think it's a couple of degrees, isn't it? But no, I don't see it as anything. And I think the fact that it's only going to be 2 days is, you know...
I find London a fascinating place to talk with people, but I've seen over the years how much people just don't want to kind of talk with each other, and they remove themselves and put themselves in their phone.
So all these shops have shut down, or seem to have shut down. I mean...
The germs. This heat kills the germs.
That's right, eh?
I always like the hot weather.
Isn't it better though? Isn't it always nice when there's a bit of
you
heat?
You don't get this every day.
No, exactly. We want to appreciate it.
When you get it, enjoy it.
That's right. That's right.
Before you die.
And isn't that true? We've got to enjoy it, right? Because this is one life, and this is important, and this is what we have.
Hi guys, Dixon, you right?
What's this today? What's this? What are you doing?
Centerpoint. It's a homeless charity for young people. I went out today in Camden speaking to the lovely people and just basically giving them awareness and fundraising for Centerpoint.
Thank you, very nice. And have you had a lot of success?
It's been good. You know, there's lots of lovely people around here, and they're doing good.
So yeah, building the London's HS2 here. It's just non-stop redevelopment around here. I mean, all the time there are things being built, and even through lockdowns, loads was being built. And I'm standing here now on Tottenham Court Road on a Tuesday afternoon, 3 p.m. and see for yourself. This is probably not the best day to compare it being hot, but where's the business? Unless you're a corporation, how can you make any money? The sad thing is, London is eventually going to crush itself, and people won't want to come here, as it'll be too overpriced, and it won't be fun.
The good one. I am in the good health. I take water, cold water.
Lots of water. You must need gallons of it.
London fundamentally is built on creativity, music, arts and culture. A lot of the UK economy is propped up by London's housing market. So whatever happens in London will ripple out around the rest of the UK. I just can't see how the Great Reset is going to happen. Economically, something big is going to shift, but there is so much development going on, I just don't know what is going to happen. I used to sell at the markets when I was in my 20s, and I dealt with a lot of cash. Now, you even have some shops refuse cash in London now, which is quite strange. But with all the high street banks disappearing and it all running through your phone or your desktop computer, we are definitely leading to a digital economy, no doubt. But how fair that's going to be is interesting.
How's your day been?
Yeah, I've not done a lot, but I'm just getting myself up for work.
Yeah, as you can see on there, it's very quick, but you could see it said 35 degrees. Unless the BT tower is lying. It's kind of nice, quite nice actually, London being this slow. I think it's quite a good lesson for it.
Yeah, the interesting thing is it's actually not any hotter than it was last year, but obviously the media have hyped it up into something else, as always.
And the mainstream media have got a lot to answer for, and what stories and messages they put out to society and the public, they have to be accountable for what information they are putting out there. And you know, I look at this world in a very different light to the way the media portray it.
Hey, there's only one name, not two. Not free, it's not Buddha.
But I know a lot of people look at information and they believe what they see. They're reading, they're watching, and they're believing it, and they're going out into the world feeling like this, and it's absolutely terrible. because the reality outside of us is not actually the reality we're seeing on that screen. And isn't that a sad time? You know, this is real life. You know, when you actually look out at the real world, you will see what is really happening. And you start to gather some common sense and actually look at things in a different way and actually research things properly and actually look at what is the truth to the situation. People really need to realise that the mainstream media is heavily distorting what reality actually is.
So yeah, I've tried to interview quite a few people, but just no one's having it today. No one really wants to be talking. Everyone just wants to drink their water and go home. But yeah, I've just thought I'd give you a little insight. I'm doing lots of filming at the moment for the new films, and give it a couple of weeks, I've got some new films coming out.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. No, the same. Yeah, you never knew. Okay, let me tell you the difference. The difference is never die.
I mean, I sincerely would love to believe that what the mainstream media is telling you is correct, but they don't. They do not tell you the truth, and they will lie to you, just like our governments, and they will tell you stuff that is not the actual reality. And, you know, we need to get a grip of that, because if we don't, like, we could head to a very dark future. But what are these flags? I know it's the LGBTQ, but they like kind of look militaristic. It's like a military operation or something. Like, I don't know, it's strange. And old Carnaby Street, this has changed a bit, and so much has changed here. I mean, look at all the shops.
California, nice. And how long have you been in London?
Well, I come from the Paradise. Obviously, I've been here for a minute, like just 2 years, but yeah, real Yisu Yeshua, you know, you'll definitely find it, real Yisu Yeshua.
Nice one, cool. And you know, have you come to London for the music vibe? Is that why you're here? Is that why have you come to progress in it?
Travel, like I come here to travel and then basically like accumulate as you do, you know, obviously, and then from there, then you was able to make sense, you know, obviously. So just continue, just add in and shit, you know, and then.
And that's why people come to London. They come to London for fulfill dreams. They didn't come here to buy property. Although there's quite a few people that did, but ultimately London is here about filling your creative dreams. That's what it's always been there for me. And unfortunately, we have these great divides in London, like most of the cities in the world, where people just can't get ahead of themselves because everything, they're only paying their bills, they're only paying what they can to survive, to live, you know. And usually the people that own the money don't even live in London. So it just seems like another normal day in London, although it's very hot. Loads of people are shopping. I can't see many masks. A few fancy ones people are wearing to show off. They've obviously heavily invested in them. But it's kind of like a dream world. I mean, it's very surreal being in London at this time. All these people shopping while everything's happening around our world and some horrible situations. I think, and it's very important that people need to appreciate their being and what they're doing here, you know, not be wasteful. And when I mean wasteful, I'm talking about the fake realities people get wrapped up in. And there are plenty of them. I mean, the world is only going to change with you and you inputting into it, no other way. The thing I see when I look around me and filming and everything is that people take life so seriously. Yeah, there's some serious aspects to it, but this is a ride. And you're going to move on and go on to other much, much bigger places. But this reality starts with you.
So I hope you enjoyed the little vlog of London on a hot day. Not as scorching as you think. But until next week, I'll see you then.